Hey, before you watch this video, I'd like to apologize in advance for the lack of visual and music and all that other fancy, flashy stuff. It's because I literally don't have time to do it. I made this audio, I edited it a little bit, and that was it. That's all I had time for. Everything else, I got like 20 other things to do with Epimoni and without Epimoni. It's going to be a living nightmare, so I just wanted to get this message out so that I could get help on said things that I need to do for Epimoni, because we really need it. And, yeah, thank you for listening to me ramble, and enjoy. Do some dishes while you listen to this or something, I don't know. Hello, this is Techno Dragon, owner of Epimoni Productions. I just wanted to make a video to, announce a few changes that's coming to Epimoni that's been happening over time, and I just wanted to make it clear to everyone about what's going on, because it's been a little bit rough these past few, years. We're approaching our third year of being under the name Epimoni. It's, the celebration, or the official anniversary, is February 15th, which is the day after Valentine's Day. And, yeah, for those 3 years, we've done quite a bit, but we haven't really released much, because a lot of times we'd do something and then someone would leave and then we wouldn't know what to do after that. But basically what's been happening mainly, that it's been very subtle, but I just wanted to make a very clear establishment of what happened, is the changing definition of Epimoni. We used to call ourselves an international entertainment production team, but it really wasn't, especially for me, it wasn't what I wanted it to be, because I felt like it didn't deliver the message of what we want to do with it. So, Epimoni Productions has sort of evolved into what it wants to be, which is a community of artists and creators united by passion for the arts. It's an LGBT plus safe space, and we're friendly to all those on the autism spectrum with other mental conditions. It's basically a place for artists and creators of all kinds to come together and work on something, make something amazing. And to also find other people that will accept them for who they are. It's a tolerance thing. And, with all of that in mind, we just wanted to, help younger and, less exposed and popular creators to help achieve their dreams. You may be asking me, well, Techno, why is there still a age limit on who can join Epimoni and who can't? Because it's 13 plus. So you have to be at least 13 years old to join Epimoni. Well, we are actually working on creating a place for all ages, specifically those of younger ages, for them to work on other things. Because mainly in Epimoni, the name Epimoni Productions, it's more targeted at teenagers and young adults. We have a few sister names that depend on category. So, Epimoni Productions, it's generally teen entertainment. It's for those, it's mainly run by teenagers, and although I'm not going to be a teenager for much longer, it started when I was a teenager, and I still am, but it's not going to be for very long. I've got, 2 years to go before I'm out of being a teenager, so, yeah. It symbolizes perseverance, as Epimoni is Greek for perseverance, and basically what that means is you have to stay strong in order to achieve what you want. It's not going to come to you naturally. You really have to stick with it if you want it to be there. And that's basically what we've been doing with Epimoni for the past 3 years. We've persevered through the hardest things, and we're still going. And even though we may seem like we're in a tough rut right now, we're still here. We're still here, and we still have the potential and ambition to keep going, and that's what truly matters. Our second sister name, which is Symphonia Studios, or Symphonia, it's a sister name for projects that are fan-made. Like, for example, we're working on a project, or 2 projects, let's say. We have one project that is dedicated to creepypasta, and we use some characters from the general domain of creepypasta, and that's one of our projects. And another one is one that's from a Disney cartoon called Star vs. the Forces of Evil. And basically, we made another sister name because we know, as fans of many different types of media, that we don't want to limit people who are, let's say someone is out there working on a big project that's dedicated to, let's say, Steven Universe. But Epimoni Productions itself wouldn't be able to bring that project in and assist it because we couldn't profit off of it because it's already coming from another franchise. So we made Symphonia Studios to be a non-profit sister name that has basically the same amount of support of Epimoni, except it's just not profiting off of anything, so that it's safe for fan projects like that to be made, because we love fan art, we love fan creations, and we love to see what all kinds of communities make. And that's the best part about it, is inspiring someone to do something else. Like, if it hadn't been for all of the things that I were a fan of, I probably wouldn't be here with Epimoni today. If it weren't for all of those people that I looked up to ever since I was younger, who knows? Who knows where we would be right now? So, Symphonia, it's also Greek. All of our names are Greek. Symphonia is Greek for compassion, because we felt compassionate to those who were creating something, but were struggling to really get the support it needed. And that's why it's called Symphonia Studios. Because with compassion, if you really look into something that someone else is doing, and you see any type of potential, it really should be focused on, so that you never know what's going to happen next. Everything starts small, and this is what it's going to be. This is what we want to be. We want to be people who help those do what they really dream of doing. Our next name is Oramos, and Oramos is for entertainment that's more in the adult region. For example, someone wanted to make an adult cartoon that really had that kind of humor or touch those kinds of topics. We didn't want to limit it either, because Epimoni is for teenagers, and some teenagers aren't really interested in that, but some are. So Oramos was for a more mature project, and Oramos is Greek for mature. So once again, it's just a thing of not limiting someone unnecessarily. We don't want to be unnecessarily strict with our rules and our guidelines. We want to be what is only necessary and what keeps people safe. And that's basically why Oramos has its own category. And that's also because a lot of adults, they aren't interested in stuff that's targeted at teenagers or some younger audiences, and they're more interested in the more mature content, and that's why we created another name. We have a total of 5 names, by the way. This is all for just stuff. It's like Disney and Disney Junior and Nicktoons and Nick itself. You know what I mean? It's stuff like that. It's not anything that's just like, oh, we're gonna do this and that. Don't worry about it. Our next sister name is Norris, which is for children. It's for little kids, basically. We wanted to create a category of entertainment and art targeted at a younger audience, so that we can, well, target a younger audience, because we wanted to accept as many people as possible. Norris is for kids, by kids. For kids, by kids, by kids, for kids. Anyone can join. Anyone of any age can join. Even people who are more experienced and older, even if they're not under 13, they can come in and, help out. And supervise, basically. They all have their own. They can get help from people who are educated, and they can get educated themselves. They can learn about their art and their passion. as many ways as they want. They will also learn how to communicate with others as a team. That's our goal. Because, oh my gosh, do you remember all of those school projects where everything went absolutely bananas and how terrible it was? Chances are you were me, and you always knew that group projects were, the bane of your existence, because they were terrible for me, especially me. I also plan to work with kids that have, like, trouble communicating, like those on the autism spectrum and other such mental conditions, as I have Asperger's syndrome, and I tend to gravitate more towards people that also have it, or those who are autistic. I'm generally really good with those people, and I can help out, and that's basically what I want to do. I want to help out people. Noris is Greek for early, because that was the only one that sounded good, and it made sense. But yeah, Noris was also, I felt, of all the translations I had, was the most easy to pronounce and understand, because I know that if it was going to be something like Epimoni, that one's a little bit more difficult for younger people to understand, usually. And this I know because, one time someone who was about, I want to say like 16 or something, called us Epimoni, and, for those who aren't aware, for, whatever reason, a panini is a sandwich, and, we are not a sandwich, the last time I checked. I'm pretty sure we are a community of artists and creators that work together and are bonded by passion. Not a sandwich, though I guess you could come up with some kind of analogy for it. Epimoni is not the official name, it's Epimoni. Epimoni. And I love it. We have a fifth name. It's not really, it doesn't really have a name yet, because we haven't really developed it that much, but we want another, area for creators to go. Specifically those who are basically YouTube gamers. I know, at first you think about it and you're just like, oh my god. But we kind of want to create a community that's about, like another, basically, another name / community that's dedicated to people who want to become that kind of creator. And it's a little bit different from the others, because unlike creating stories and cartoons and artwork and books and all those other things that Epimoni and its other names are doing, this name, which is currently called Philos, although I'm unsure what it translates to, I'm probably just going to change it and find a different name that might be more suiting. It's about being someone who basically reviews other content and giving feedback, basically. Specifically for video games. You all probably know at least one of those kinds of people that did that, and still do that have grown so greatly. And the success of these people is what's really inspiring, and there's a bunch of them that are very good people, actually, and, some that aren't, but we want to be the sort of ground that holds all of the, or a lot of good people, basically. we don't want to basically be we don't want to breed a bad kind of person. We want to be the good kind of person, the one that isn't going to say something stupid on a live stream. And that's really what that name is going to be. Although we need to develop it more, we still want it to be a thing. But yes, the definition of Epimoni and its names as a whole has changed from someone who's just another person in the industry to someone who wants to help others and bring them in and give them a place to connect with other people easily and work together on each other's projects. We already have a new sort of establishment within Epimoni and all of its names, where it's on a Discord server, where once you sign up for Epimoni, you can have your project registered. You can fill in another application and have your project that you're currently working on registered to become an official project of the Epimoni name. And you can put it into whatever name, whatever sister name you want it to put it under. And we can give advice and we can have other people jump in on it. The only problem with us right now is that we're having low activity, which I'm assuming is due to schoolwork and stuff like that, especially because a vast majority of us are American, and the American education system, I will admit, is a very stressful one that puts a lot of pressure on students, and I hate it. Not because I'm subjected to it. I am homeschooled. If I weren't homeschooled, Epimoni probably wouldn't be a thing. And that's the sad part, is that a few Epimonians, I actually know them in person, and they go to a public school that I visit sometimes, and I'm in touch with them, and I'm in touch with all these people around the country and across the globe, and they tell me about how stressful their work is, because we also, in Epimoni, we also want to be a support group and help people out with life in general, and we're just friends. We're basically a community of friends, and it's really sad to hear all of these things that are happening because the education system, especially in America, specifically in America, is so messed up that it's driving these kids and teenagers and basically anyone that's going to public school or any school other than homeschooling is how pressured and stressed out they are over the dumbest things. And it's ridiculous. It's really getting ridiculous. And I'm very disappointed in it for hurting my friends. Like, a lot of my friends are so stressed out that they barely have time to even speak to me, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm just offering help. I have this one friend who I help out. He's one of my best friends, amazing guy, love him to death, and he's so stressed out with work that it's really killing him, and I always offer to help out proofreading his essays and helping out with how to write and stuff, and that's what I do. It's because I'm his best friend, that's what I want to do. I want to help people. And if you want us to help with your homework, we're more than happy, especially me. But yeah, we are all about helping others, especially those struggling. And that's what we want to be. And with all of these people, the more people we get, the merrier, because we want more people, more support. And we can I'm currently trying to even earn money for the company to help it, if anybody wants to do any work and be paid for it, I'm currently trying to do that so we can fund, all kinds of stuff that we're going to need. And it's mostly a non-profit organization that's voluntarily, supported. Though I am trying to earn money, that's just kind of in the back seat right now as I'm trying to do that. And it's really difficult, because most people don't want to buy my products for whatever reason. I'm selling art and music and voice acting and such. Basically, whatever I can do, I will gladly do for you. And you could just pay me. You could pay us through our PayPal account, which is epimoni.savings@gmail.com. If you want to even make a donation, like $5, I don't care. If it's $5, you are our hero. And that's what really matters, is we want to fund a project that is about compassion and perseverance and all those other things that I translated the names to. It's just love. It's just love, and that's all it is. And that's what we want to be. So enough of me repeating myself and putting it into different organizations of words. I think it's about time I let you guys go and let you think about this. And if you want to join us, or if you want to help us in any way, I'll put everything you need down in the description, and feel free to comment a question or contact us through email. I'll get back to you as soon as I can, and it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be wonderful. I really want to get in touch with you kinds of people. It's awesome. And I can't wait to see you guys. So, thank you so much for listening, and considering us. Have a good day.